8 billionaires talk about the most important financial advice that helped them become rich in their 30s. Billionaires are some of the best sources of financial advice we have available. By listening to how they did it and applying these lessons to our lives, we stand the best choice of improving our finances. In this video, we present advice from 8 billionaires on what they did to set themselves up for success in their 30s. Stay tuned to find out. 8. David Koch. Markets aren't driven by facts. David Koch was an American businessman who dealt in the oil and energy industry. Before his death, he had an estimated net worth of $50 billion. David understood something which a lot of laypeople still struggle with. Markets are driven by psychology and not by reality. What this means is that despite the actual reality on the ground, a lot of people make decisions using their emotions. By identifying this, you will not be confused by certain market trends and can play them to your advantage. And so, the financial advice here is to not use your emotions while making decisions. Rather, take advantage of those who do. 7. Vitalik Buterin. Pay attention to emerging technologies. Vitalik Buterin is one of the youngest billionaires in the world. He has a net worth just over $1 billion. Most other young billionaires obtain their wealth by inheritance. But this was not the case for Vitalik. Vitalik is one of the first ever cryptocurrency billionaires. His work is in Ethereum, an altcoin to Bitcoin. A couple of decades ago, cryptocurrency didn't even exist as a concept, not to talk of a business market. But because Vitalik was always keeping his ear to the ground, he was able to identify this emerging field of technology and apply himself to it. Now the fruits of his labor are clear for everyone to see. 6. Steve Jobs. Find the right talent. Although Steve Jobs is no longer with us, he is remembered fondly as a genius and a visionary. He has been described as stubborn, but the stubbornness of his vision changed the tech world as we know it. The thing about Jobs is that, unlike his biggest competitor Bill Gates, he was not a computer genius. Instead, he surrounded himself with people who were competent and then helped guide and focus their talent. And so, even if you are deficient in one area of a business you want to break into, you can always find someone to collaborate with and attain success together. 5. George Soros. Health is important. Worth $8.6 billion, George Soros is a Hungarian-born businessman. He has given over $32 billion of his fortune to charity, making him the most generous giver. The thing about Soros is that he is currently 91 years old. Even at this frail old age, he continues to oversee his businesses while keeping up with his altruism. The financial advice to be learned here is to take care of your health. If Soros had burned himself out in his youth, sickness and diseases would have been his portion before he had the chance to do these good works. And so, in the pursuit of wealth, remember to take care of yourself. 4. Bill Gates. Don't be afraid of failure. Bill Gates held the title of the richest man in the world for decades. As one of the first computer billionaires, he has come a long way to achieve his vision of a computer on every desk. Even though Bill is enjoying his time in retirement by working on his charity projects, there's a well-documented history of his ascension. And from this ascension, one of the most important pieces of financial advice is to not fear failure. A lot of people think that Gates' success story started with Microsoft. However, his first venture was a business known as Trafodea. This business failed horribly, but rather than Gates quitting the computer industry in totality, he tried again. Needless to say, he made the right decision there. 3. Warren Buffett. Stick to what you know. Warren Buffett is commonly referred to as the Oracle of Omaha. This is a nickname that refers to his seemingly godlike powers when it comes to reading the stock market. Today, his company, Berkshire Hathaway, is one of the biggest companies in the world. His personal net worth also stands at $105 billion. One of the big reasons Warren has remained so successful for so long is that he sticks to what he knows. He doesn't invest in any technology that he clearly does not understand. As an example, he has stayed away from cryptocurrency while others have tried and failed to succeed in that market. By sticking to what he knows instead of getting too excited, Warren has avoided scams and clear failures. 2. Elon Musk. Don't keep all your eggs in one basket. Elon Musk is well known as the founder of the electric car company Tesla. He has a net worth of $185 billion. In spite of the fact that he had many doubters at the start of his career, a lot of people agree today that he revolutionized the automotive industry. Instead of just resting on his laurels and relying on the success of Tesla Motors, Elon has gone on to found other businesses. One of the most successful of these is SpaceX, which is an aerospace company that has won a lot of contracts from NASA. SpaceX leads the charge in the aerospace industry by coming up with new technologies. By venturing out of his comfort zone, rather than relying on its safety, Musk created another industrial giant. 1. Jeff Bezos, play outside the box. In spite of his recent, highly publicized divorce, Jeff Bezos is still the richest man in the world. He has a net worth of $190 billion, and he gains more and more money as the days go by. He recently stepped down as CEO of the tech giant Amazon, which he can attribute to most of his success. He also has other business ventures, such as Blue Origin, an aerospace company. One important piece of financial advice we can learn from Jeff Bezos is to play outside the box. Amazon was a website born out of Jeff's love of books and bookstores, and he wanted to create something similar. However, he knew his business would never succeed if he played by the same rules as everyone. And so, he made online purchases and deliveries the basis of his retail business. And today, Amazon is putting so many of those traditional shops out of business. Coming to the end of this video, we hope you've learned a lot from these billionaires about the financial advice that helped them become rich. By following this advice, you stand a fair chance of becoming rich yourself as well. To learn more, check out other videos on this channel. Until next time, have a great day.